G'day mates, welcome back to another episode of Beauty and the Beast. Here with my favourite legal counsel, Sarah Thorpe from Ohio Real Title.
Good day, mates. I thought I'd work on my accent. I've been told I'm pretty good at it.
Pretty good, that's for sure. This week's topic, what's been happening in title?
I want to talk about earnest money.
Earnest money, great topic. It's in every deal. What is earnest money?
So earnest money is a good faith deposit from the buyer that they are going to perform on the contract.
Another thing with earnest money that I'll add is a non-refundable deposit. Now that happens in multiple offer situations and is a deal winner multiple times.
So how are you writing that in?
Okay, it goes into the additional terms and conditions. It's usually the earnest money becomes non-refundable after the request to remedy or the inspection period, whatever is applicable to that deal. Now, it is refunded at closing, at the successful closing on the date that you nominate. If you do not close, you don't get it back. So this is a way of the seller recognizing that the buyer really wants the home and has some foot in the deal.
I think that's a great strategy.
It is, it wins so many offers. Getting back to earnest money. Okay, so how does that apply in the deal? Are there any great issues? What is earnest money?
So if we're looking at the board contract, the Columbus board contract, it does state that to release earnest money to either party, the buyer or seller, as a title company or the broker holding the money, we have to have mutual written instructions stating what to do with that earnest money.
And in what time does that happen? Does it happen often or?
It does happen often. Either buyer is breaching or seller breaching and buyer wants the earnest money back or seller wants the earnest money. We get involved and we have to tell them that we cannot release it without these written instructions.
So earnest money can become a complex problem. It's always best to work with your professional title company and a professional realtor to allay all these fears.